You juggalos out there, wipe that clown makeup off your faces.
Cast the monstrosities of the world. They all
Well, I used to date Levy.
No kidding.
Welcome back. It's ATB here, Till 5 Wrestling, with a special co-host, the Wizard CZ from Card Subject to Change.
How you doing, my friend? It's a pleasure to be here.
Glad to have you here. We've been friends and bullshit a lot, but we haven't really worked together a lot.
No, I'm excited to be on the show and just shoot the shit about wrestling.
Well, let's jump straight into it with Till 5 takes on the collective. Typically, I will start out with a JCW segment because everybody knows that I've fallen in love with that product.
Right.
But it actually introduced me to the collective. So I thought, let's do a Till 5 takes on the whole collective. So, CZ, what's your 5 takes?
So I've been a fan of the collective for about 3 years now. They've always put on some good stuff, in my opinion. Things that stood out to me the most. I always will go out of my way to watch Manders. I've known him personally. He's been on our show 2 or 3 times. Good friend of mine and Nick's. So him winning the brass ring ladder match.
Yeah.
that was good for me. I'm glad that he won. It means he gets a title shot. So I'm excited to see that happen. But that's on that note. How can you have a ladder match if you're not using the ladder and it's a pinfall?
I don't know, but I kind of loved the fact that they were still using the ladders and the ref had the ring in his pocket the whole time.
That's fair.
Like,
That's fair.
It acknowledged that it was stupid. I think they got there and realized they couldn't really do the ladder match and just decided to run with it.
You should go back and look at some of the other venues they've used in the collective. The Ukrainian Cultural Center is one of the best venues that I have seen on air. This one just felt kind of bland to me compared to some of their older venues the last couple of years.
Well, I mean, it's where they could find a room for a ring at a hotel casino.
Which is fair. Which is fair.
For my number 5 moment, though, was that GCW title match, because I had never seen Atticus Cougar or Koger or Hayabusa and this version of Hayabusa. But I mean, I really liked that match, and it was honestly good enough to get me to say, okay, I'm going to check out another GCW show or two if this is what we're doing now. Because last time I watched, the production was kind of shit. AJ Gray almost killed himself in a ladder match. Jarrett and Effie were fighting. It didn't work for me. But this show was a blast.
And in all honesty, GCW in the last couple of years has not been what it was when I first started watching their shows, because I had a Triller subscription forever and would pop in on their shows whenever they had one, but just they haven't been as good. It's like the main products too haven't been as good. They just seem to kind of have fallen down, and hopefully they're on the upswing. I know Koger is a fantastic champion. I like what he does. And I like there's a lot of good talent on the roster. I've always enjoyed Alec Price, and him teaming with Jordan Oliver is fantastic. Now
they're signed with AEW, so
right. So I'm gonna have to tune into AEW and see what they can do there. I'm excited.
They haven't been on much.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of wrestlers on that GCW show. I was like, all right, I'll check this out. So what's your number 4?
Number 4, honestly, I think all of these could be in any order, in all honesty.
Fair.
But if I were to rank them, Brody Jr. and Janela was a great match.
I put that at number 2. I was really impressed with Brody Jr. So I had to get him in on that graphic. I really enjoyed that match for a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah,
He actually did really well. Janela earned a lot with me, a lot of credit because he worked with a 14-year-old kid and it was a damn good match. So I really liked that one. I agree with you. It has to be in that top 5.
Oh, absolutely. It was fantastic. And Brody Jr. has a bright future ahead of him if he keeps sticking to it, which I'm sure he will.
I figure by the time he's in his mid-20s, he should be unbelievably good. When he is Kyle Fletcher or Nick Wayne's age, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for his future. And, God rest his dad. Such a great performer in his own right. So
Yeah. Yeah, I liked Brody too. I've actually got that figure set around here of Brody and Brody Jr. So another thing that I know we're both going to agree on, I put it at number 3. I'm sure it's higher for you. Bloodsport ending.
I've got that at number 3 also.
Okay. But I know Josh Barnett's stepping away, but I'm pretty sure that GCW is going to keep it going. Brett Lauderdale was tweeting about it.
Yeah.
So
I know Bloodsport's not for everybody. It's a unique situation, a unique atmosphere without the ropes and with the way the rules are. And I am hit and miss with Bloodsport. Honestly, it depends on who's in the match.
I watched it this year for the first time, and I watched it. Was not a fan.
I can understand that.
Yeah. So what else have you got?
I have Effie and Allie. I thought they did a tremendous job with their match.
That was a great match. It didn't crack my top 5. I thought the match was really good, though. I'll agree with you. It deserves some flowers, especially with the storytelling. I really liked that about GCW, the video packages.
Yes.
Thank God for those.
It's something that wrestling needs more of. It's kind of gone by the wayside. They, like WWE will still do some on occasion, but only for the big matches.
Yeah.
I mean, are you ever going to top WrestleMania 17 in my way? Let's be honest.
No, I have loved all of the fans talking about how great 17 was, though. We'll get there. The WrestleMania till 5 takes are coming at the end. So
the story between Effie and Allie, they have done a great job. I've been kind of following it from the sidelines since I haven't watched GCW too much, but just a great story from their friendship to the downfall of their friendship and everything, and great climax to their story.
I thought it was a really good match. I obviously didn't know much of the story beforehand. I'd seen a couple of matches. I knew about her injury, but it was a fun match, and I liked the storytelling they did in that match. Yes. I'll give them that.
And that's one of the things that GCW is great at, is storytelling both in and out of the ring. I think they do a good job with that.
Another match that I felt did really good storytelling was that GCW title match.
Okay.
Because we went back and acknowledged the Jeeves and Caleb Conley split. I like that Caleb used the burning hammer to eliminate Nemeth and Riddle and was about to win the title, but EC3 doesn't count the 3 because he's with cousin Jeeves now. And Jeeves was hit with 5 of them a couple of weeks ago. So I really enjoyed the JCW title match. I wanted Caleb to win because I really like Caleb Conley. He's a hell of a worker. But storytelling-wise, it was a fun match.
Yeah. Rounding out my list, I'll be honest, this was probably number 2 on my list with Manders being number 1. I kind of jumped the gun there. But rounding out my list, going back to Bloodsport, I'm a big fan of Charlie Dempsey. I know my co-host on Card Separate Exchange is an even bigger fan of Charlie Dempsey, but him and Thatcher put on a tremendous show.
It was fun. I saw that Thatcher's going to partake in a WWE tryout now.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw that on Reddit earlier today.
I know he is the general manager of Evolve, their developmental territory.
Well, yeah. I used to enjoy Evolve back when it was an indie.
Well,
I haven't watched it since. I remember watching the original Style Battle with my dad and being like, AR Fox is special. So my top moment on the weekend, Vampiro's final match. I mean, I hate to see him go. It's his final United States match. I think they did well with what they had. You got all of the spots you needed. You had the ICP companions with him. You had Violent J and Shaggy helping him out. He got the win. It was a good farewell for a guy who's clearly had some health issues.
Yeah. Yes. So if we're going to talk about final matches before we jump off of the collective, I got to give it an honorable mention to Sandman. What did you think of the silliness that is the Sandman versus the Invisible Man?
I thought it was fun, but there were some moments that just didn't work for me.
I get that.
I really loved everything with Barnabas and the Outbreak and Mick Foley. I felt like Missy Hyatt should have acted like she gave a fuck if she was going to come out there.
Right.
But as a whole, I thought that Sandman's final match was a blast.
I enjoyed it. If you want to see some seriously silly shit, go out of your way to find the Invisible Man versus the Invisible Stan.
Well, the Invisible Stan showed up.
He did.
They're reunited. Managed by Bill Alfonso at that.
But there's a match out there that Bryce Remsburg referees. And it is the silliest thing ever because you can't see the competitors.
Yeah,
everybody is into
some clips, like the table breaking.
Yes.
And, I've seen some of those.
Somebody comes off the balcony and the crowd reacts to the crowd falls like they're like somebody landed on them.
See, like that's great. That's what wrestling should be.
Yeah.
That's fun. One match that I was really looking forward to from Stranglemania was the Super Six Man with the Good Brothers and Kenta against RVD, Too Tough Tony, and Willie Mack.
Okay.
And like I had even tweeted out about it because I was, holy crap, Kenta and RVD are going to be in the ring together. This is going to be amazing. First thing that happened, RVD busts his nose.
Oh.
They never even kicked each other. They ended up having to go home. I'm not sure if he broke it or just busted it, but he was pouring blood, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
I did not get to see Stranglemania before my free trial of Triller ran out. Might have to. It's not that expensive. I might have to get a month and go back and watch it.
$7.99 a month, and you get all of the GCW shows with it. So
yes.
Like that's worth it.
The collective, all the GCW library.
Yeah, and the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Show. Let's also give some flowers to Tony Khan for stepping up when TNA fucked up and decided to pull everybody from it.
Yeah,
that show ended up being pretty good too. I watched it. That was actually the first part of the collective I watched. Now, what I highly recommend is that if you're a diehard wrestling fan and you're looking for a fun weekend, go ahead and activate Triller. After you've called my good friends at Green Hemp Company and got a package from Hot Donna because they're rolling in the foothills of the Smokies Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. on Sundays from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. at 2560 East Andrew Johnson Highway, Suite 3 in Greenville, Tennessee. You can call them at 423-609-7138. And if you can get this stuff legally delivered in your home state, they can ship it to your door. Just call our good friend, well, my good friends at Green Hemp Company, and they will hook you up with quality THC products. Make sure to ask for Hot Donna and tell her that Till 5 sent you. You like that? You like that?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fantastic, CZ, I asked you before we decided to do this episode some wrestlers that you like. I do a segment called Notoriously Legendary, but we're going to make it notoriously awesome for the Miz.
I love it. Excuse me. See, I have always thought the Miz was fantastic. I mean, sure, did everybody hate him when he first came out? I was among that, but that he was doing his job, and he was doing a fantastic job of it. And as he grew in the wrestling business, some of the stuff he does, even if it's comedy stuff with like R-Truth or now with Danhausen, it's just fun. You can tell he's living his best life, doing what he loves to do. And guilty pleasure, I loved when he won the title and beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
I was there.
That's awesome.
I was there.
1 second. Give me 1 second, because I picked this up about a month ago, and I was amazed that they have it. Beautiful pop.
Yeah.
He's got the briefcase. He's got the title. I love it.
In my storage unit, I've got a plaque for that show signed by the Miz.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got all, because they did plaques for Taker, Miz, and Edge.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I have to have these. I was there. And then when I moved out of my apartment after college, I was like, where am I going to put these? So.
And Miz is hands down one of the best Intercontinental champions in the business. Agreed.
I feel like Miz established the mid-card titles better than anybody has since Randy Savage was around.
Yeah, he has the second most title reigns with the Intercontinental at 8. I really hope he at least ties Jericho at 9, if not surpasses him. But I don't know if it's a little late in the game for him or not.
Well, I hope that we get back to the Miz wrestling more, because I always enjoyed him. I remember watching on Real World when they went Halloween shopping and he found a WWF title, and that was the day that the Miz was born. He walked around with sunglasses like The Rock and called himself the Miz. And to go from seeing that on MTV as a kid to watching the Miz actually wrestle has been a blast. Like, I remember everybody hating on him, but I fucking loved the fedora and the bedazzled shorts.
Yep.
And the shirt with the chick and the magnet. Fuck yeah. Let's sign me up. This guy's great. Everybody hated him, but he was fun to me.
They hated him because of his mic work, because he was just so damn annoying, but he was perfect for it. He was doing his job.
I feel like Miz is one of the best talkers in the last 20 years.
Yes.
If not the best in the last 20 years.
Can we see a promo battle between him and MJF?
See, part of me, like, it's like talking about Don Vito doing a promo. Like, I want to see these two guys together tearing down somebody else.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Like, square them off against Punk, and I don't know who's AEW got that's good on the mic in the face category at this point. It's a shame that we've got to stop and think about this.
Yeah, I mean, would you put Kenny in that picture?
No.
Oh, fair enough.
No, hell no. I'm not giving Kenny Omega a microphone again after that go home segment to Dynasty. Fuck that. I'll put Ospreay. Fuck it. Let Ospreay be bruv.
I'll go with Ospreay. I'll agree with Ospreay, because honestly, the two best people, in my opinion, that are best on the mic in AEW are both heels, and that's Swerve and MJF.
Where's Moxley sitting now? I guess he's a heel because he's fighting with Ospreay, but last month he was with the Callis family.
I don't know, because he's kind of doing a lot of face actions, but he's still with the Death Riders, and they're very much.
Let's find a way to get Eddie Kingston a microphone to go at it against the Miz.
Okay,
that one is what we need right there. Yes. Kingston and the Miz.
I'm all for it. Let's make it happen.
Because that gruffy street thug of Eddie Kingston coming out against preppy pretty boy Miz would be so much fun.
Oh, I love it. Sign me up.
I hate that he's been like designated as just a talker now, though.
Yeah.
Because he could work. Like, he was a decent worker in the ring. So I hate that. I do know that he's hosting American Gladiators now. That's cool.
Which I'm interested to see. That's really cool. I think that's a good move.
I watched the first episode. It feels like the old one. It's campy fun. That's all I need. And
that's on Prime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they have like 4 episodes on right now available. Right. Yeah. Now, one wrestler that you told me you really liked, that I was like, okay, I got to hear this. You're telling me that Austin Theory is the full package. So, come on, Wiz. Convince me that Austin Theory is worth watching.
So, I don't know that he's the full package, but I think he's got a lot of potential. He has a great look. He's good in the ring. I just don't think he's been utilized correctly. And let's face facts, the whole bullshit with the United States Championship cash in, that really discredited him quite a bit. Because who takes the Money in the Bank to the mid-card title?
I feel like Vince wanted Theory to work and kept trying all the wrong shit to get him over.
Yeah. I think where Theory is now is not a great place, but not a bad place. Pairing him with Logan and pairing him with Paul Heyman, I think he needs that mouthpiece.
I think Theory kind of has to be the one to turn face, though, right?
I would think so.
So,
in a perfect world, and I know we just talked about him, when he was gone for a few months when he had his injury, bring him back and pair him with The Miz. Let The Miz do the talking for him.
Well, I mean, him and Waller worked.
I agree. I like Grayson Waller, but I think I like Grayson Waller more for his Rolling Thunder cutter or stunner or whatever he does, where he...
what was it he said? Oh, if you're over 21 and wear face paint like Danhausen, you need to reevaluate your life. That's what I like about it.
But no, I think Austin Theory has a bright future. I just think he has been given a bad rap where he was great in NXT. Pairing him with Gargano in the way I thought was fantastic, especially I believe it was Halloween Havoc when he came out in the Scream mask, ghost face mask. And
buddy, I haven't watched 10 episodes of NXT in my life. I haven't watched 10 episodes of NXT, the actual legitimate show. I did, however, watch every episode that was on Sci-Fi.
Okay.
With Bryan Danielson being accompanied by Chris Jericho and by The Miz.
By The Miz.
And Jericho with Wade Barrett. Yeah.
Yes. That was good times. I enjoyed that. But so NXT, you bring it up and might as well. I'll describe NXT how Nick describes it every time we talk about it. It is junior high school theater. And that's what makes it great, is because it's just so ridiculous and out there. The acting is not good, but if you go in thinking, okay, we're in a junior high auditorium watching them put on a play, then you can get that enjoyment level from NXT.
I can get that enjoyment level from an indie show at that point, though.
Well, that's fair.
Like, I don't, NXT never has clicked for me. I think that Theory is in the same position that Drew McIntyre was as the Chosen. If
Okay.
Theory doesn't get away from the WWE and rebuild his name, he's going to be the next Billy Gunn.
Oh, we don't need that for him. Nobody wants that.
Honestly, he might end up being the next Bart Gunn.
That's even worse.
Yeah. I
Theory,
mean,
if you go back to Evolve before WWE took it over, Theory was great in Evolve too.
well,
I enjoyed his work there.
What I've seen of him, he's a decent worker, but I feel like they have beaten him down to the point now that give me Sean Spears. Like,
yes, Sean Spears is fantastic. I mean, I will equate what they've done with Theory to early Cody Rhodes. The only thing that's missing is some face paint and a stupid gimmick.
they shaved his head instead.
Yeah, they shaved his head instead.
Yeah, I get it. I hope he leaves the WWE at some point and goes and reestablishes himself.
Yeah,
Because I feel like here he's just going to get lost in the shuffle and never amount to what you think he could be. I've not seen anything that amazing.
And there's so many people that you talk about getting lost in the shuffle. Look at, I mean, I know we'll talk about Mania more in detail a little later, but look at the people who are left off of Mania. Carmelo Hayes has a bright future. He was not on the show. What's that?
I think Carmelo was like at a honeymoon or something.
Okay, I can see that.
I'm pretty sure he had a legit reason. Just everybody decided to ignore it and blame Sami Zayn.
How about two people that are former world champions that were in Vegas for the weekend on the women's side, Tiffy and Io Sky?
Io got to make her appearance.
She did, but she was in a world title match a year ago.
Look, man, I think that they should have had battle royals on both shows and kept Danhausen's ass in one of those. Now, for our third CZ special segment here that I've blocked in between our ads, this one's dedicated to your good friend and my sometimes good friend, Joe Monroe.
Yes.
Flip side face off, Spike Dudley and Darby Allin. I know Joe's going to be upset because he loves Darby, but I think that Spike is a better performer as a whole.
Hands down.
I'm not saying that to be silly or a hot take. I think that Spike Dudley in the Cruiserweight division, tag teaming with Taz, proved that he's a good in-ring performer.
Yes.
And then when you add the crazy dives that he was doing in ECW, WWE, and TNA, I mean, sure, he didn't put himself through glass like Derpy, but
don't get me started on that. I mean, how many times has there been an attempted or assisted suicide with Darby Allin on national TV?
How many times can he set up a pane of glass on some chairs and get put through it?
Too many.
Like,
one is too many.
I don't care if it's sugar glass or not. It doesn't even look that cool to me.
No. And
like
here's my biggest issue. My biggest issue with Darby is he claims to be this technical wrestler. And I know there are matches out there where he shows it. I haven't personally seen them, but he's a glorified stuntman. And he claims to be this brilliant technical wrestler. But all he does is put himself through glass or get drowned in a fish tank.
Well, the match with Andrade was the perfect opportunity to prove it. And he still did the same shit. He's diving around everywhere instead of actually wrestling.
Yes.
And Andrade carried that match in my eyes. I'm yet to be impressed with Darby as an in-ring performer being the guy who carries the match. What, you had a good match with Cody Rhodes? Okay, and? Like, you had a good match with CM Punk? Okay, and?
Right.
Like,
if we are pitting Darby and Spike Dudley, I see this being during the Attitude Era for the Hardcore Championship when it was 24/7 rules, and they just hotshot the title back and forth, doing the craziest shit they could think of.
They end up being co-champions.
Yeah. That would actually
what happens is they end up getting a double pin on the Big Show. When he had that long reign where instead of wearing the belt, he just put it around his arm.
Yeah.
But he just strapped it around his arm because his damn arm was so big. And these two crazy bastards would take turns diving on Big Show. You'd see coffin drops from every corner and body splashes from every corner.
Yep.
Final verdict, legitimately. I think that Spike Dudley is a better in-ring wrestler and performer than Darby. I hope that Darby gets a chance to prove me wrong. I hope that AEW gets a chance to prove me wrong. As of time of recording, I've not watched the AEW that airs on 4/22 yet. So hopefully by the time this airs, I'll be wrong and I can just post a little short.
What did you think of his title victory last week?
Fucking hated it.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but you don't have MJF wrestle an hour against Hangman, 45 minutes against Omega, 3 minutes against Darby.
Right, and for Darby to squash him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, nut shot or not, like, how many times has MJF been bashed in the head with a chair? Like, as small as Darby is, if he dove on me with a coffin drop, it wouldn't hurt.
Right.
Like, you're literally just going to put all of your body weight and dive on me. You weigh like 150 pounds.
And not just once. He had to do it 4 times.
Yeah. And MJF had to keep moving into position every time. I was not fond of that match. I hated that match. I really like MJF. I think he's a great performer. Yeah. I think that if they had done this, in all honesty, if Darby had won the belt from Mox or from Danielson or last year at any point, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
Made more sense.
Yeah, but we bumped it back a year because he climbed a mountain. And that's great. Climb Mount Everest. But we needed to rebuild to this moment. And I don't feel like we successfully built to it this time.
No, I completely agree. We did not. I mean, I don't watch AEW as regularly as I could, but I tuned in for that because I knew it was coming and I just had that sick pit in my stomach, but it made it even worse with the way they did MJF dirty there.
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I'm hoping that we can build to a better match and a better story for Double or Nothing. I think that obviously that's where we'll get the rematch. MJF in New York for a title. I hope he wins it. But it's all about if they can find the right pieces to build this the way that it needs to be.
Right.
Now, if any of our viewers are looking for the right pieces to remodel or build something of your own, perhaps you should contact our sponsors at Stover's Liquidation because they've got all of the liquidation and wholesale home improvement items you could need. They've got truckload quantities available from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They are, in fact, closed on Sundays. They're available 24 hours online at www.Stover's Liquidation, or you can go see them in person at 481 Tulsa Road in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Call them at 865-523-4449, or if you're closer to the Cookeville location, go by and see them at 452 West Broad Street in Cookeville, Tennessee. Give them a call at 931-526-2591. Tell them that Till 5 sent you. Hey! All right, CZ. It's the moment that you've been waiting for. WrestleMania. Vegas.
Oh boy. We talked about this off air. I'm going completely off the cuff. I have ideas. I could probably list 10 different takes at least on this show, but let's start with the worst of the worst. And that is the fact that particularly on night 1, I didn't notice it as much on night 2, there was way, way, way more commercials than there were wrestling.
Yeah. See, if you're watching WWE live, that's kind of your own fault. You need to start that with a little bit of a delay so you can skip the commercials. I haven't watched WWE regularly in months. It's painful to look at that ring. In all honesty, why the fuck we've got turnbuckle ads and we had damn names all around the ring this year.
Yes.
The green shirt guy paid to have that put on the ring apron or ring mat. I don't like it. I thought that all of the ads were dumb. I do think that it's funny how many people piss and moan about match times when WrestleMania has always been one to have 25 to 30% of the show be ads.
Yeah.
That's just part of it. WWE has always been ad heavy because they're money hungry whores. When they sold to TKO, they really decided that they needed every buck they could possibly get. So that's where we're at now.
Sadly, as much as I want to go to WWE pay-per-view in my lifetime, with the ticket prices where they're at, never going to happen.
I went to WrestleMania 27. My ticket was $125, and I was middle arena. That's probably the only one I'll ever go to. I've been to a lot. I've been to Raw, SmackDown, house shows, all that fun stuff.
Same.
But ain't no damn way that I'm going to pay more than my rent to go to a wrestling show.
Right. I'm not going to mortgage my house off to go to a wrestling show at all.
Well, and I guarantee you that one of my 5 takes from WrestleMania this year, that badass 75-yard spear from Braun Breaker looked a lot cooler at home than it did in that arena.
Yes.
I really enjoyed Braun's return. That match was one I didn't give a rat's ass about, though. Seth and Gunther. I figured what was going to happen was Braun's return.
Right.
So, match 1 was pretty awful. Or not 1 was pretty awful in general. I saw a lot of people shitting on it online. I thought it was okay. Like, it's about what I expected.
I mean, if we're going to talk about night 1 and things that were bad about night 1, the ending to the show overall, the confusion in the main event, at the end of the main event, just left so many questions and left me thinking, what the fuck is going on?
I loved the end of the show. I liked the main event. I really did.
I thought they did a good job wrestling.
I feel like it was a nice fuck you to the Pat McAfee story.
Yes, I'll give you that.
And they just wrote that off because clearly the fans weren't enjoying it. I hope that's been the case. And he doesn't show up on SmackDown to build to a tag team match at Backlash. I thought that was a fun match, and Cody looked mangled at the end of that.
Yeah, he did.
Because he actually caught part of that punt. I like Randy in this role. I actually didn't hate McAfee's role in it. Like, I get it. He was meant to get you to try and boo Orton.
Which nobody was
up
until then.
And one of my favorite things was him on the stretcher flipping off the crowd as they're pushing him away.
First he gave the thumbs up, and then he gave the finger, which I thought was masterful.
Yep, and then he comes sprinting back with a neck brace.
I mean, he had to.
Of course he did.
After Jelly Roll put him through the table like he did, if he didn't have a neck brace on when he returned, I was going to call shenanigans. I was going to call bullshit.
That's really my biggest takes from night 1 were Cody and Orton and Braun's 75-yard spear. I was not impressed with Paige showing up.
I could have lived without that. I was really hoping that Lyra and Bayley were going to walk out with those titles that mean nothing, but
see, I think Bayley's going to be gone as soon as that contract's up. And I like Lyra. I think she's a great worker, but I feel like it's kind of a curse for her to just get like losses right now with Bayley until she inevitably turns on her and starts picking up wins. Speaking of curses, fucking Danhausen showed up. I don't know if anybody's caught on yet. I've never liked Danhausen. Like, it's not my I'm not a Danhausen fan. I don't think that the Danhausen segment should have happened at WrestleMania. I think that we should have had a battle royal instead. Just a quick. We had a 3-minute one at WrestleMania 17 with Legends. We could have done that this year for Andre. But instead, we had a Danhausen, Miz, Kit Wilson, Cena segment. Props to Danhausen for getting that moment.
Yeah.
Like, that guy is a hustler, and I love to see it. Like, he has ran with this gimmick and managed to make himself a mint from it. So, props to him, but it's not for me.
Man, I don't mind Danhausen, but he's very much marketed towards the younger kids.
Well, yeah. Have you seen the clip of him and the deaf girl that he met backstage?
I don't think I have. I'm gonna have to look for that.
Well, he takes the time to learn how to sign her name. Like, to me, even Danhausen's not for me, but I love to see this generation having wrestlers like that.
Yeah.
That actually care. Like, I like seeing guys like him deserve the spots they get. It's just not a product for me.
I can understand that. I mean, like I said, I don't mind Danhausen. I can be amused by him in the right moment. But he's a kid star. He's there to sell merch. That's the only reason.
Well, that's why I had the segment with the guy that always had the Fruity Pebbles colored t-shirts.
Yep.
So, other WrestleMania takes for CZ?
Ooh, Brock Lesnar's retirement.
Yeah, I like that Brock made that decision on his own.
I do too. I mean, you have to know when you're done, and he knew he was done. I know everybody and their brother wanted him to face Gunther in Minnesota in his home state, but if he's done, he's done. And
well, they can throw the money at him to make him do it. We know that. WWE can do that.
Right.
They have the money.
And storyline purposes, Paul Heyman owes Gunther a favor for taking out Seth Rollins.
Yep.
So it may still happen, but I have a feeling it's not going to.
I would like to see Lesnar show up and announce that he's going to have one last match at SummerSlam and Gunther's music hit. And him come out and cash in that favor. Maybe Paul should stop offering favors to people to take matches for him. Because that's how Punk got involved with Roman and Rollins last year.
Yep.
And that's what's coming here. Now he owes Gunther one. Speaking of Roman and Rollins, or Roman and Reigns, fuck me. Roman and Punk, the main event of Night 2, main event of WrestleMania. Loved the match. Cool entrances for both guys.
Yep.
I noticed that everybody that had a cool entrance won their matches on Night 2. I got a real kick out of that. Like, the cooler entrance won every time.
I will be perfectly honest. When Misery Contreras started playing for Punk before he got out to ringside to the entranceway, that popped me. That popped me pretty big.
Never get tired of hearing that. Because that's what, like, yeah, I'm a CM Punk fan because, like, the first time that I saw CM Punk was on ROH DVD. But that was 2006. So it was not long after that he popped up on ECW. So I was introduced to him from that point and went back to all the ROH stuff. And you can't find a better promo than him bleeding, screaming into the microphone, "This is real, this is true, this is straight edge." Or bleeding into the camera. Like, so seeing the ROH throwback, loved it.
Very much so.
Go
ahead.
I get why they gave Roman the win. He needed a win. I could have kept, like, honestly, you could have let anybody else win the Royal Rumble, and I would have been happier.
Right.
As a whole, it was a great match, though.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match completely.
I would like to know why that referee watched as Roman hit Punk with steel steps and didn't disqualify him.
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing when I was watching that at Nick's place.
It's not the first time that this has happened. SummerSlam a couple of years ago, Cody used steps on Lesnar and didn't get disqualified either.
I guess steps are legal now.
There was somebody who was like, steps are part of the ring, it's legal. If that's the case, then why is it that if you take the turnbuckle pad off and slam somebody into it, that's a disqualification?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, wait a minute here.
You can't have it both ways, pal.
Is the chair at ringside that the timekeeper's setting in, does that count as well?
I mean, it's part of the ring setup, so it has to.
Yeah. The bell?
The bell, yep.
There we go.
I mean, Dominic uses the bell hammer all the time.
Well, that would require me to watch more WWE.
Well, that's fair. He will get the bell hammer and stuff it in his belt and hit a 619 on somebody.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, hi, Kitty.
Hi, Ozzy. Are you making your appearance tonight? I think Ozzy's trying to tell me I've been up here too long.
Well, I'll give you two more of my WrestleMania takes that, I don't know, the Demon came back. Don't announce it 2 weeks later. Let it be a surprise.
Yeah.
2 weeks prior.
It would have been really cool if they hadn't announced it beforehand. But at the same time, I think that it kind of gets fans more excited to know this time.
Okay.
Yeah, he was coming. I thought the math, again, that entrance was awesome. The streamers that kept falling. Yeah.
I loved the streamers. That there's a picture out there of him just surrounded by them as they're coming down. Fantastic, brilliant photography right there.
Yep.
And then the other, Trick Williams and the toilet paper on his shoe coat extension.
I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it was really cool. I love the effect the coat had, but I'm watching it. I'm thinking somebody's gonna make a meme about toilet paper sticking on his shoe as he's coming down the ramp.
Look, Dom and the King of the Luchadors. That was a really cool. I think that if they had been able to bring it straight down the ramp, it would have been cooler instead of wrapping it around. But I think that happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
LA Knights was the same way.
What did you think before we kind of get off the topic? What did you think you meant? Let's go to the 6-man ladder match. What did you think about 3 of those guys not getting entrances on the main show?
Oh, I think it's bullshit, but WWE had to make more ad money.
It was disgusting.
I wonder how much money Dragon Lee spent on those wings that nobody got to see.
Right? I mean, if you're on the Mania card, you deserve to have an entrance that's seen by not just the people in the crowd.
I mean, how many times have they just walked out a shitload of people for a battle royal, though?
Fair.
I mean, just because you're on, and I will say this, technically, that was a pre-show. If it's on free TV, it's a pre-show. that's not part of the pay-per-view at that point because you didn't pay to view it.
Well, I mean, then you'd have to say the same thing about Brock and Oba.
Yep.
It's a pre-show match.
Hey, Sunday Night Heat used to be a lot of fun.
Yes, it did. Yes, it very much did.
I liked the ladder match. I remember when they were announcing everybody for it, I was like, oh, so Rusev is the base here. Because everybody else is 220 pounds soaking wet.
Would I have liked to see JD McDonough walk away with his belt? Sure, I think he deserves it, but knew it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I like JD and Balor's match on Raw the next night. I thought that was fun.
I did too. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
I think that it would have been really interesting and at least a good idea, maybe even short term, to put it on Javon.
I would not be opposed to that either.
For that pop, for that youngest champion ever, I think that could have been fun.
He was on my list of people that I would have been fine seeing walk away with the title.
Yeah. Well, CZ, I appreciate you joining me this week, sir.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
And, well, that's Till 5 Wrestling. I'm ATB. He's CZ. You can catch him every week on Cards Subject to Change. And,